Hello and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to show you how I created this look here. So this is my normal everyday kind of go to work look. If I'm going to work, this is probably typically how I do it. Just very simple, minimalistic, but it has my makeup on. So if you like to see this video, just keep watching. All right guys, so I am now starting my makeup. The first thing I do is use the Neutrogena Shine Control Primer. I use that to definitely try to minimize my oiliness throughout the day because I get extremely oily. And I normally put about 5 dots on my face and I just rub it in, make sure that it is all the way in because it is like a kind of lotion kind of feel. I just want to make sure that that's rubbed into my skin. And then after I do that, I do follow up with the Neutrogena Shine Control powder. This is also in an attempt to maintain my oils because I am extremely oily. So I make sure that I have a lot of it on, and I do also like it because it goes ahead and makes the foundation, I guess, stick better, if you will. So I go ahead and do that. Next, I'm going to go to my brows. I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in this one. I usually go back between that and my ColourPop pencils because I think that those are great too. But in this video, it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I make sure that I always, open my eyes wide, kind of push up my eyebrows, and then I fill them in that way. Yeah, and I make sure, I overfill and overdraw because, of course, I'm going to clean it up with a concealer shortly. And, yeah, so I just continue to fill in, and until I find that they are to my liking. And then I go ahead and now I do brush through the powder, the pencil, and I apply my concealer. I did dip down to this because I need to see, I didn't place my mirror properly. And I just needed to see where it was at. So the concealer that I use is the Anastasia one. I think this one is discontinued, so I won't even bother mentioning it. And I just clean up the brows that way. I make sure that they are shaped up. And right here, I'm applying some lip plumper. I needed to have my lips a little bit moisturized because they were giving me some problems. They felt extremely dry. Okay. So let's see. All right, so now I'm just go ahead and still doing, I didn't even get to this part. Now here, this is where I'm going to conceal using that Anastasia product that I did mention that was discontinued. Yeah, so I'm just right here applying it to my brows, to my crazy brows, because of course they look really big. And I'm just going to clean them up. And again, I'm going to dip my head so that I can see what I'm doing. But I promise you, if you want to see how I do my eyebrows, I can do a separate video for this. But yes, so this is me just cleaning up those brows because my brows are probably the longest part of my makeup process. Because I just need them to look kind of perfect because I like eyebrows. Eyebrows are my thing. And it seems as though I'm down here forever trying to get these brows in place and get them together. Even though I fast forwarded this video, it is still taking forever for this to go through. And I do apologize for that. But I promise you I'm coming back up shortly. Or maybe not. No, still not there. Eventually. One of these days. All right, now we're getting to the part where I start to clean up my brows. I'm taking the Sigma, what is this brush called? It's a Perfector, one of the Perfector precision brushes. And I just clean up, get rid of some of that concealer out the way, and then I also take my fingers and kind of blend it in, and then I take my foundation brush and I do that as well. All right. So moving on, this is the foundation that I use. This is the Becca Ultimate Full Coverage Foundation in the color Espresso. So what I'm doing right now is just applying it to my hand, and unfortunately the bottle was almost empty, so I had to take the top off and go ahead and do that. So then I'm going to use some MAC Fix Plus Matte and spray it to the foundation just to get it a little bit more tacky, more loose. And I'm going to just apply that to my foundation brush, and I'm using the F80 by Sigma, and just put that all on my face, and I'm just going to rub it in with the brush. So I'm making sure that I hit all areas, make sure that everything is covered, get rid of all of the powder that I had put on, and also just making sure that I kind of am an one even tone. Because if, as you saw in the beginning, I tend to think I have a couple of tones going on. So this is just to get, you know, that one seamless tone. And I do apply it to my neck as well. Since I had the necklace on, I did not go as far down as I normally do. But trust me, I do apply a little bit to my neck. So we're still foundationing, because I think that foundation should be blended in until it is seamless and flawless and you look like you are one tone. So that is why I'm going to continue doing that. And I'm making sure that when I hit my under my eyebrows and above my eyebrows, that I take time, because I don't want to have to do them over. And it was surprising that in this video I didn't have to do them over. Let's see. So we're still working on this foundation. Work, girl, you work. And I tell my sister, I love to pounce on the foundation, which you're going to see after I make sure that it's all applied and blended in. I do what I call a pounce, and it's just where I just bounce the brush or the sponge on top of the product. And you'll see that throughout this video, because I feel like pouncing helps in getting that foundation to kind of melt into the skin. And here I'm just checking to make sure that I didn't miss a spot. And then you're going to see me go under my chin, because all my discoloration, well, the majority of it is under my chin. And here I am just applying more, making sure, well, I shouldn't say applying more, but just blending, making sure that I get everything, because it was hard to tell. This was my first time using the ring light, so it was hard to tell what I was looking at and everything like that, because maybe it was too bright or something. I don't know. Nonetheless, here I go. All right. So we are finally done. Now we're going to go to concealer. This is by the ColourPop. The color will be down below. And I'm going to brighten up my under eyes, because my under eyes, like directly under my eye, I found that it's kind of dark. So I'm just doing both eyes. And then let's see. I'm going to take a beauty sponge. It's not the beauty blender. It's it's a company that actually was discontinued. So I'll put it down there, but I'm not 100% sure the name of it right off the top of my head. All right. So for my under eye, I'm going to use a Sacha Cosmetics powder and Buttercup. I actually love that powder. And then for the rest of my face, I'm trying out the Fenty Beauty foundation in Nutmeg. I heard such great reviews about this, so I decided to try it. And here is where you're going to see my sponge, and I'm just going to blend everything in. All right, blend, girl. You blend that. All right, so I guess I take so long because I try to make sure that everything is kind of blended in its one color. Make sure that there's mark of demarcation marks and all the things like that. This is me, my perfectionist side of me, just trying to make sure everything is good. So here I am still. Now we're applying that Fenty powder, making sure we get that all over our face. I like because it was super soft. Super fine. So it took me a while to even feel like I even had it on, but I was still in love with it. So far, I have to see how it wears and if it's going to actually help in me staying matte, because that's my biggest concern. Okay, now let's see. Here I'm just taking my foundation brush and just making sure, again, just pouncing it over, just making sure everything is kind of seamless and blended together. And here is definitely where my pouncing method takes in effect. Again, like I said, I just want to make sure everything is blended and there are no different colors, like I said, mark of demarcation. And here I'm just going to check myself out to make sure I did a good job. All right, now here I kind of dropped some stuff, so that's where and I was trying to also figure out how to open my next product, which is the Fenty bronzer. Now, I'm not really a bronzer fan. I don't really use bronzers, but I did decide to get this one during the VIB sale from Sephora, so I decided to use it. And then I realized after the fact that I really should have used a different brush. You're gonna see when I put on my blush that I'm gonna change the brush. I'm gonna use my blush brush to tap on that bronzer, or blend through that bronzer. But yeah, I mean, it's okay so far so good. Like I said, once I see how it wears, I'll have more of a comment on it, but right now it's okay. Now I'm again checking myself against the ring light and my mirror in front of me. All right, so then now I'm gonna apply some blush. I use Razin by MAC. That's like an OG. I use this probably every day. And as you can see, like I said, this is what I'm gonna take. Make sure that that bronzer is blended properly. All right, so after that, I'm gonna go on to highlighter, but I couldn't decide which one I wanted. And then I finally decided on those colors, Mirame, sorry. And this is the one I'm gonna go and use. Then I said, oh, I should use this brush for my bronzer. Nonetheless, this is what I use for my highlighter. So after that, I'm going to, again, just look at my face, probably use my foundation brush again. Yep, here comes the foundation brush. Just to blend everything through, because I felt like you could see everything that I placed on, and I just wanted to blend it out. All right, then my wear test. Now I'm gonna take the Patrick Star. This is supposed to be a bronzer, and I can't remember the name of it, but it'll be down below. And I'm gonna use it to kind of mute out the colors on my eyelids, because it was too light to use as a bronzer, and I felt like I needed to get rid of it. So this is me doing that. So I use that every single day just to get one color on my eyelid. Now I'm going to take another Patrick Star compact. It is a 4 count. It was Glam AF, and I'm using the color Saddle, which is an oldie but goodie matte color, and that's what I'm going to use for my crease area. And that's just to get some dimension going on my eyes. So now for my outer V area, I'm going to use a MAC color brown down, and that's what I'm going to use to put in that outer V area. And it's all about the blend. After that, I'm going to take the colored Raine Queen of Hearts palette, which I'm actually in love with. Well, I'm in love with the color that I'm going to use. This, like I said, is my everyday color, and that is the color Royal Highness. That's what I'm going to use on my mobile lid area. All right, so I'm just packing that in, and I will blend it out with the brush. I shouldn't say blend out. I'm just going to smooth it out with the brush that I pack it on with. Okay, now to set everything, I do use the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Matte. However, the bottle that I picked up first was empty. Well, it was near empty. So I said it's not going to show really well, so let me go ahead and get another one. So that's why I picked up the other box, and I'm just going to spray that all over. Spray it like I'm going crazy with the spray. But yeah, but please make sure if you use that you shake it up really well, because if not, you'll get white marks on your face. All right, so next I'm going to take my little Too Faced pencil, and I love this pencil so much, but it is almost done, but I refuse to open my new one until I'm finished this one. So I did do that, put that on my bottom waterline, I'm sorry, and then I take my Royal Highness, and then I put it in my inner corner. And yeah, then I'm going to take the Pat McGrath Fetish, I think it's called Fetish Eyes Mascara, and that's what I'm going to use for as mascara. I'm not putting on lashes. And yeah, this mascara always takes me a while because I don't want it to look like, what is it, spider webs. So yeah, just make sure I do that kind of properly. All right. Then after that, I am going to put on I'm going to do my lips. So I'm going to use my ColourPop pencil in Pitch. That is my ultimate favorite color. I'm going to line my lips with that. And then I'm going to use my ultimate favorite lip gloss, which is the Buxom lip plumping polish. I think that's what it's called. And Sugar. And after that, you're going to see the finished product, and that will be the makeup I have going on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.